Hey everyone, welcome to Post to Post. It's Neil here. Thank you so much for joining me today. I've got a video that I honestly should have made 2 years ago. These concepts that we're about to see in this video were submitted 2 years ago. They kind of got lost in the mix. They're by Graham. I apologize sincerely, Graham. I hope you still watch the channel. But they are European football, soccer basically for us North Americans, to hockey jerseys. So it's a really interesting cross between the two. I have viewed these, okay? This is not a reaction video like the typical videos that I do. I have viewed these and ranked them. So we're actually going to go through these rankings based on my personal opinion. And, if I did this in a year or 2 years from now, they would change again. They're pretty awesome. I think you guys are going to like them. So let's go through these 29 to 1. There's 29 total, and we'll have some fun. So starting off with 29, we've got a very crazy, it looks like something a villain would wear from like the 1960s Batman show or something. I don't know. It's very polarizing and very visually intense. But that's what a lot of football kits are kind of like in Europe and in general. They love that like nostalgic, repetitive stripe kind of design, whether it's vertical like this or whether it's horizontal. That's just their thing. So this makes sense, but it's still just a little bit too polarizing for me. In 28, we've got almost it feels like Harry Potter a little bit. It's just, I think it's the specific colors being chosen here, and I'm not a Harry Potter person. I don't know what, I'm not even gonna, I was gonna say clan. I don't think they're clans. God, I'm embarrassing myself. Anyway, I get Harry Potter vibes from this. It's okay, it's a split jersey design, which is a very risky thing, especially vertically. So it's an interesting jersey, but it's a bit of a miss for me. Number 27, Barcelona, FC Barcelona. So same kind of reasoning here as far as my ranking. I do like the colors, though. The colors are quite interesting. 2 shades of blue, which are complementary with the yellow, and then that maroon color I also find very complementary with the yellow, and also the lighter blue. So good stuff here, but still the split jersey design's got my brain a little split as well. Number 26, this is like, I feel like the definition of Scottish. You've got that like plaid pattern in there. This screams Scotland to me. I still assume this is in Scotland. I actually don't know. But I do like this jersey, but at the same time, I don't know if I want the pattern on like a jersey. Like I feel like it almost should be left off the jersey. Maybe I'm wrong, but just my opinion. Number 25, Real Madrid. This is, it's a shame because I like the colors. Like this is good from a color perspective, but I've just never been a fan of that like wrestling belt style design on any jersey from any sports. It doesn't really matter, it's just personal preference. Number 24, Manchester United, and I'm sure many football fans out there who like Manchester will be disappointed in this ranking. But it's really there's really nothing wrong with this jersey concept. Actually, it's just a little bit generic. Number 23, Liverpool. I like this jersey because of the specific color combination that I've never seen before. Usually when it's green, or usually when it's red and in the ballpark of green, we just get like regular green or a deep green. But I've never seen mint green with red, so I like that. The only negative thing for this jersey actually for me was that kind of those 3 striping patterns kind of coming in the middle that felt a little bit off or out of place, I guess. Number 22, this was cool from a colors perspective, I guess. Now, I see the Rangers up there on the patch, and as you can see down below, it says Rangers FC Football Club. But in hockey, the New York Rangers use these exact same colors, almost right down to the specific shade of colors here. Additionally, the striping pattern that you see on the shoulder is almost identical from the front line of the away jersey of the New York Rangers. So I like the kind of maybe intentional or non-intentional connection here. I like that. I don't like the logo in the middle. That feels weird. So I feel like just clashing between like this gothic kind of style weird logo to almost like modern striping a little bit. So I felt confliction here. Number 21, Manchester City. These colors are amazing. Light blue with the dark blue. Reminds me a little bit of the Montreal Canadiens Reverse Retro 2.0 jersey, but I like this. It just feels almost not soccer related. It feels like something that you would wear out on a sailboat or something. I don't know, it feels very nautical. And I mean, there's a boat in there, so maybe I'm being influenced, but it almost doesn't feel like a sports kit. Number 20, Ajax. I have no idea where Ajax is. I guess the Netherlands based on the flag, but this is, I like it because it's so different, but at the same time, I don't like it. So I'm conflicted on this one. I decided to kind of throw it in the middle. I like the white sleeves. Like the white sleeves with just a simple number kit on there looks good. I like the shoulder patch as well. Loses me a little bit in the middle. Number 19, we've got a pretty crazy design here with the stars. Kind of, I almost get like Russian vibes a little bit from those stars up there. The middle of the jersey is pretty good, kind of symmetrical. Yeah, it's all right. Number 18, purple and yellow, very underutilized color combination in sports, so I like that right away. The striping is pretty decent, and the logo is weird. I think it looks like an octopus with droopy eyes or something. I don't know. I'm not digging the logo. Number 17, we've got it feels very American, or Columbus State, or not Columbus State, geez, Ohio State. Like this looks like a Columbus Blue Jackets jersey or something. But it just feels very American. Like it's a good jersey, it just feels American. So it's weird that it's Spain. Number 16, Arsenal. So this is, I think, a really good usage of a subtle pattern. Often when concept designers or actual designers in sports, and when they put a repeating or repetitive pattern on something, sometimes they go overboard. And I think Graham's done an excellent job here, because maybe you can't even see it, but in the background, in the red, there's actually a pattern of triangles, almost like polygonal effect or something going on in the background, and it's very, very subtle. It's at like 5 to 10% transparency in there, and I think that was the perfect decision by Graham. I do like that. I kind of wish that all the arms were red as well. There was no white, so that whole pattern was on the whole jersey. I think that would be cool. Number 15, I put Warsaw. This is an awesome jersey just because I love everything military. So you can see some of the camo in the background there. That looks great. The star also I feel like is a bit military. But again, with the wrestling belt thing, like that, I don't know, that doesn't work for me. Number 14, this one is just, it gives me Stadium Series vibes. NHL Stadium Series vibes. Because it's split. I can see the Colorado Avalanche influence in here from Stadium Series, San Jose Sharks, LA Kings, but the colors are great. I like the fact that there's almost like that bird in the middle. They're splitting it as well. That bird makes up the stripe, which is awesome. So I do like this. It is busy though. It is almost like too busy. And the shoulder patch is the same as the logo on the front. So like I would like to see something a little bit different on the shoulders. Number 13, Paris, I guess. And this is pretty great as a split jersey stripe in the middle. It's absolutely one of the better ones that I've seen for sure. I don't like the Paris font on the shoulders. I find it a little bit hard to see because it's a deep red on a very deep blue. So that Paris would have to be stroked in white, or the font itself would have to be white. Number 12, this is St. Patrick's Day. Like I just look at this and I think St. Patrick's Day. It's pretty great actually. You can see that kind of Celtic I guess pattern in the striping there, very subtle as well. So Graham did a great job on that. Number 11, so when you take a stripe and you make it extremely small and it becomes very repetitive, that's where it loses me a little bit. Sometimes you can get away with it, but I prefer like bigger stripes and then kind of repeat that. And for that reason, I've ranked this a little bit higher than some of the other ones we saw at the beginning of the video. I don't mind this striping, even though it's bold. It's a little bold, but I don't mind it at all. I like the colors as well. That blue with the black looks so good, complemented with the yellow being the tertiary color. Number 10, it almost feels like a pirate jersey. Like this, you can see the logo in there, the skull, the bones, but then you get that big giant skull face in the background. Again, very subtle, interesting colors as well. I'm thinking, I believe it's the team called the Paisley Pirates. I don't know what league they play in. I think it's the league underneath the EIHL in the UK, but I get vibes of that. Now, the color isn't black, it's almost a brown, and typically I don't like brown jerseys, but this has like a chocolate feel to it, so I like the colors here a lot. It's a good jersey. Number 9, this is awesome. I love the I guess 4 shades of blue, light, and then 2 middle ones, and then a bit of a dark one. That's a risky play, but I do like that. I like the logo as well. It does feel very Russian. This is St. Petersburg, so I definitely get Russian vibes from this, but I do like this. Number 8, another team from Spain, and if you look at the logo, there's a bat on there. But then when you look at the design of the jersey, Graham's done an excellent job of replicating that to kind of taken a creature and then made it into the scene of the jersey or the theme of the jersey, which is great. The shoulder patch looks good up there as well. A jersey design that I've not quite seen before, so I like the uniqueness of that. Number 7. This is cool as well. So if this jersey was tweaked even just slightly from one specific reason, which I'm about to say, this would be probably in the bottom 5. Now that reason is, you see what at the elbow region, if that stopped at a very horizontal stripe, kind of like here, this would be in the bottom 5. I don't like stripes that kind of come down, or sections rather that come down and stop like this. Either continue all the way down, or what Graham's done here is a great decision. He's tapered it in almost to a bit of a point and added some nice stylization there, so we don't get that abrupt stop. And that little decision has made this jersey awesome, in my opinion. I also like the stuff that's happening in the background as well. Good colors too. Number 6, this is probably the best example of a split jersey design that I maybe have ever seen vertically. And I don't even know why it works for me. It just does. Maybe it's the pattern in the background. It feels a bit military, but there's just something about it that I find extremely interesting. It could also be that it's just black and white for the most part. So the monochrome nature of this makes it maybe a little bit more interesting. It's less polarizing visually because we don't get the vibrant colors. Like if this was a blue and a yellow, it would just be like, whoa, that's a lot. You'd really notice the split. I kind of almost don't even notice the split on this one, which is weird because it's so obvious. Number 5, this is very stripe heavy, but it's got that little notch. It almost makes it a chevron a little bit. So I kind of like that aspect. It almost feels like waves. And the black and the yellow look great together. It's a two-tone jersey, no white, so awesome. Number 4, I like the color combination, looks great, plus the almost drip striping. You've got this angled stripe coming down here, which I would never ever put stripes coming down in this part of the jersey. But when you cut it off and almost make the same angle on the opposing side, the mirrored angle, it feels like it's dripping down a little bit. And it looks cool. And then that's replicated the opposite way, coming up the sleeves. I have never seen anything like that. I think that's really cool, and I like the colors here. The orange and the black look great together. Position for the C is weird, but other than that, it looks good. Number 3, Lyon, France. This is an awesome jersey. I love, like this, to me, this screams France. Absolutely screams France. The stripe in the middle, the stripe on the arm, like the neck, everything about this is pretty much exactly what I would expect. So yeah, good stuff. Number 2, this is, I was very conflicted with this one, and I originally had it in the, I think, maybe 13th position-ish, around there. But then I looked at it again, and I thought how unique this was. So this is a good example of stripes being a little bit thinner and repetitive, which I think gets a pass because of the rest. Because they split, like you see that little intersection in the middle that cuts the outside stripes. Just that little notch out of the striping kind of makes it okay because it removes the barrier of the, like, it's, if you had all the stripes coming down, it would just make the square in the middle of the jersey. And I think that's kind of where we lose some of the jersey concepts that we've seen that kind of use that design, but just like notching out that yellow and allowing the blue to flow in a little bit there kind of makes this jersey pretty unique. So I like that. It's a really interesting approach by Graham here, and the colors are great too. And number 1, I put, I don't know how to pronounce that town or that city. It is in France, I do know that, but the colors are so good here. The light blue contrasted with the dark blue down below. This is San Jose Sharks Stadium Series vibes, LA Kings Stadium Series vibes. The logo itself, not my favorite. However, the gold or the bronze or whatever you want to call that, copper, matches nicely with both blues. And yeah, I love this split jersey design. I think this is phenomenal. The worst part about this is the logo, but the rest of the jersey is fantastic. I wish something like that existed in the NHL with a proper hockey logo in there. But yeah, this was a really interesting thought process. I am not a football expert, European football expert. I know nothing basically about any of the teams. And I'm sure there was lots of people cringing at home listening to me try and pronounce some of the things or talk about some of the things. But I didn't really want to educate myself because I wanted to be completely objective and unbiased. And I didn't want to have any, like, I didn't really want to do any research behind the teams or rationale behind logos. I just wanted to look at this as a third-party person, just from a design perspective, and just kind of give my opinions on the work. And that's what we got. Basically, that's the ranking. And I would love it if you disagreed or agreed. It doesn't really matter. The entire point of it's just a fun ranking. Like, the entire point is just to have fun. Look at Graham's artwork. And Graham, I do again apologize that we are 2 years late on this video. I hope you're still watching. And thank you so much for submitting the designs. Excellent execution on basically even the ones at the end. You know, they weren't even that bad. So the entire series was pretty cool. So thank you so much for sending these in. I appreciate you. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button. And let me know your favorite down below in the comment section, and your least favorite. And if you want to rank them as well, down below in the comment section, I invite you to do that as well. Hope you're having a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Adios.